Anyway, so I call Elijah, and he's like, how, I don't know. My kid's like, hey, you know, what's going on? You could just hear the inflection in his voice that is like, fucked up again, huh?
Yeah.
It's just unimportant that I'm even calling him, you know? And so he said, he's like, Dad, what we got in this conversation. Of course, I said the wrong thing probably. And he's like, what makes you think that it's okay to keep going back and forth to jail and prison? This payback stuff, man, I don't get it. I don't see it that way. I don't see it as a burden or any of those things. You know what I'm saying? A problem for me to do something. If they could ask me to do almost anything, and I would not even hesitate.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't even think about it. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't think of how I could manipulate them into doing what I wanted them to by doing this. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't part of the deal.
Right.
And sometimes I think that's how they think when they do the stuff for me, or not even for me, just so they can use it.
Mm-hmm.
I know that's fucked up to say, but I'd rather than just not do it.
One thing that I've noticed over the past, few months that we've been talking, and even with like this couple here, is it seems like it's easy for you to put other people for you, at least in the way in like showing them the right way or helping them get there. Is that like, do you see that as a trait of yourself? Like,
I see that as probably I'm that way, but not with my own people. I don't give them a break, And that's how my father was. My father was a very hard man to impress or to get approval from. If you were his family. Now, if you were a friend of his, oh man, you're the best. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing better than you. And it just, it's bullshit. And I need to learn how to be satisfied with the love that's in front of me. I trip out on the dudes that have to lie about their outside lives in order to feel some type of self-worth. I say this because at one time in my life, I had an ongoing lie about the scar on my stomach. I was in Carverdale in Houston, and I had been out on the street smoking crack for a few days. I decided to try and hustle me some crack by selling for this dude while he went in for the night. I smoked all of his stuff, and when he came out, I had some white candy in the matchbox he had given me. He went off on me and stabbed me in the stomach and behind my ear. I ran and ran until this old couple let me in their house and called the police and an ambulance. Well, for a long time, I told that story a different way. I said I was out there buying some cookies of crack so that I could sell, and that some people set me up and I was mugged and stabbed. I said I had shot the dude and ran to my car and then drove myself to the hospital. Of course, this was a very different story. It made me look much better. I lived with this lie for years. Why? I really should say strictly behind pride that really didn't matter Today I know that the only people that really love me already know all my faults and fears, and they still accept me. I have no need to tell lies and make myself up to be something I'm not. I just want to live a productive life. Anyway, so I sit around and hear stories, which are mostly lies. All the big dope dealers are here and all the dope fiends get away. To make a joke, we say, if you ain't got the pictures to prove it, then it's a lie.